From the River City, Richmond, Virginia, the stars are out and it's time to shine. Time for StarVA, Virginia's showcase for gifted musicians, performers, and talented entertainers of all ages. It takes talent and a dream to reach a performer's goal, and tonight one contestant will take the next step in that journey and move closer to a fabulous career as a singer, musician, stand-up act, or other performing art. Could your favorite contestant be on their way to fame and cash and prizes? Find out what the judges think, then have your say on StarVA. And now, from the Old City Bar, one of the truly unique venues on the city's landscape, in the historic Shockoe section of Richmond, it's time for StarVA. StarVA is brought to you by Licking Hole Creek Craft Brewery, the Farm Brewery, with their new tasting room on Franklin Street in Richmond. And by Cultivate Wellness, Central Virginia's first and only dedicated hemp and wellness boutique. And now, here's the host of StarVA, the man who shows no restraint, knows no bounds, and follows no rules, Pat Rogers.
Thank you so much. I was going to look at all my stuff. Welcome to StarVA, the showcase for talent here in Virginia and surrounding areas. Welcome to the show. My name is Pat Rogers. We're going to have a great time tonight. What I want to do, though, first I want to kind of explain to you how this show works. These performers, there are three very, very talented performers who are going to be here performing before you, and they're going to be judged by three people who just walked in off the street. No, I'm serious. That's the only way you can get here. You have to walk in off the street. But the people you're about to meet are the judges. So now let's meet our judges. First is platinum record producer and Sound of Music Recording Studios founder, John Moran.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here tonight. Super cool setup.
Next to John is songwriter, producer, and founder and lead singer of the Groove Motive, one of the hottest, most in-demand party bands in the whole Mid-Atlantic, Mr. Pierre Redding.
Woo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And, of course, rounding out the judges' table, from his stand-up comedy roots to network series cameos.
Yeah.
What were you telling me before we went on, JR, about your earliest show business recollection? I cannot recall.
My first show business accolade, I won an award in summer camp. I totally ripped off a Carol Burnett skit. So they didn't know, and I won a baseball bat. So there you go. Long history. Long history. Thank you. I'm a big deal. It's a big deal. Big deal.
We're all about the old references here. Okay. Our first performer on StarVA is a child of the highway, born in the bluegrass and rambling through life. And we had a chance to catch up with him before this shoot.
Tonight we have Eric Holson with us, and he's a singer/songwriter from Louisville, Kentucky. Eric, what brings you here to Richmond, Virginia?
I'm here for the music scene, actually. I heard it was a good place to get gigs and just perform, so trying it out.
So why is music so important to you, Eric?
Music's my outlet. It's creation. For me, if I didn't have music, I'd probably go crazy, to be honest. It just helps you get through every day, being able to get it out. I've always moved around, and I've always just lived on the highway, basically. So this song's kind of about finding a place like Richmond, or finding a good home.
Performing his song, Struggling, here is Eric Holson.
I've been struggling along the highway, struggling with what you said, and it makes no difference. But if you
ain't rinsed off in days. I ain't stubborn, just set in my ways. I'll be thumbing home, sweet old Richmond, getting out of this place. Since I last saw you, I stayed on the highway, started near Sturgill, but then lost my way, and it never matters what songs I'd sing, it's always the same. At the end of the day, sleeping on sidewalks, begging for change. I've been growing roots inside of my boots, ain't rinsed off in days. I ain't stubborn, just set in my ways. I'll be thumbing home to sweet old Richmond, getting out of this place. I done made it home, back here to Richmond, ain't leaving this place.
Eric Holson, ladies and gentlemen. That was a strong performance, Eric. Let's see what our judges think. First, John Moran.
Eric, thanks a lot for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You seem like a young man for having struggled so much in your life.
Traveling for the last 15 years.
There you go. There you go. Strong song. It's got a good form to it. I like the 6/8 feel to it. The geographical references are good. Yeah. RVA. There's actually a genre of Americana that people call struggle rock. Right, where you talk about how the farm, you're losing the farm to to Walmart, and how Main Street's all closed down. So, a song called "Strugglin'" definitely fits in with the struggle rock format. So, I thought it was cool. Guitar playing sounds good. Got a cool look.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Pierre Redding.
Yeah, the great job, by the way. Great storytelling in the song. Again, especially for an original piece, it's great that you could hear and feel the story. You brought us in as the audience. Very expressive. I like you have a neat quality of your voice. It's a raspiness, but smooth at the same time. Sometimes you get one or the other. You get somebody who can be really, really raspy, but you can belt. But at the same time, you have like a great range and you can smooth it out. So. Excellent.
Thank you.
And JR.
Yeah, I agree. That like almost croaking beginning of the song, right? Before then he takes over and says, you know what, here's the song. But I love that. It's kind of almost a ramshackle, rough road, dusty road, and here comes your song. But then it's still sweet, though. You're right. It still has that overall sweetness of a storyteller. I want to hear him around a fire pit. That's for sure, right? That kind of thing. It's that the rhythm of his delivery, and also it's almost like a pulse. The pulsing within the song just keeps you going down the road, and you want to hear the next verse. Thank you. Very good. Real good job.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. When we come back, you'll learn how you can determine who will compete in the semifinals of StarVA. So stick around. We'll be right back.
This portion of StarVA is brought to you by Licking Hole Creek Craft Brewery, Virginia's award-winning farm brewery.
Licking Hole Creek Downtown Shockoe Bottoms tasting room, much like you would have a relaxing time at home, except for you're going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of people. If you're looking for a normal beer, you're looking in the wrong place. We do something crazy, we do something wild. It is never average.
Fresh from his around-the-world travel, literally circling the globe, Steve inspires others to recognize the value of travel. This travel consultant makes getting out of your comfort zone comfortable.
You can always find great beer at lickingholecreek.com. We do something crazy, we do something wild. It is never average. You can sit in the comfort of your home, get on your computer, order your beer, and have it delivered to your front door.
Contestants on StarVA are judged on their performance in the following categories: originality, audience response, stage appearance, enthusiasm and engagement, and overall performance. The judges tally their scores, and the performer with the highest point total at the end of the show is named that week's winner. But that is not the only way to win on StarVA. Each contestant's performance will be available on the show's website, starva.media, immediately following the airing of the show. Viewers can then vote for their favorite contestant on the voting tab of the site. The top 3 vote-getting acts at the end of the preliminary rounds will then compete for a spot in the show's semifinals and a chance for the grand prize of a song recorded and produced at Sound of Music Recording Studios and $1,000. So at the conclusion of this show, go to starva.media and vote for your favorite act.
Thank you, Scott. Our next guest is a 16-year-old singer-songwriter whose musical taste she says, goes from hardcore screamo to weird indie music. Now, we were able to catch up with her in a lull between screamo and weird.
So tonight we have Julia Woodard with us. Julia is 16 years old, arguably the youngest contestant performing so far. Julia, some of the other performers have been performing longer than you've been alive. Are you a little bit intimidated by that?
I mean, I guess you could say that I have an edge because I'm so young. I don't know. I guess my style is different than everyone has a different style, so I think I have just as much of a chance as anyone else. My mom is definitely my biggest inspiration, I would say. She's so great, and she's definitely she's definitely the person who got me into music, for sure. And the song is called Lenore, and it's basically a tribute to Edgar Allan Poe's life.
Here performing an original work, Lenore, let's welcome Julia Woodard.
Life's a gift, but I take it in perspective of my rose-colored glasses. You are painted in red. We fill a hole with things we think remind us of how time is behind us. But I want you instead, Virginia, baby. Will you be my lady? I wrote you into my poems, Virginia lady. Will you be my baby? I didn't mean to leave you in the cold. And I wrote all the words to say, but all I can do is pray you won't leave me alone. Lenore, can we lock ourselves away? It's a reckless escapade for these mortal bones. Lenore, Lenore. We're stubborn as we grow, bleeding hearts before we're old. You said you loved me, but you ended up dead. You're young and beautiful, but you chose this old man's soul. I said I'd stay with you, but they got in my head. Virginia, baby, will you be my lady? I wrote you into my poems. Virginia lady, will you be my baby? I didn't mean to leave you in the cold. When I wrote all the words to say,
Woodard, ladies and gentlemen, Julia Woodard. Now that song was inspired by some Poe work, is that correct?
Yeah,
It
it
was.
was inspired by a lot of his poems.
It didn't scare me at all. Let's see what the judges thought. So, judges. First, John Moran. What did you think of Julia?
Julia, thanks for coming. That was great. That was a really cool song. I like the way that you used the proper names in it. The Virginia reference was great. The way you started with finger picking and then went to the plectrum, that was a nice technical touch. You pulled that off good. That was nice. And I thought the song had a cool upbeat sense to it, but also had a lot of mystery. I can see the weirdness in there lurking under the surface. And I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
Pierre?
And you're only 16.
Yeah.
And it's an original song.
Yes.
That's very impressive. Vocally, you have a very ethereal kind of voice. Very reminiscent, not to like draw comparisons, but Sarah McLachlan.
Definitely.
A young Sarah McLachlan. Yeah. Very, very, very nice. Great. You go into your high register very smoothly, and you float it really well, and then you're able to go back into your real voice really well. So, excellent execution.
Thank you.
And JR.
Yeah, I think, that lyrical delight, right from the word go. But then there's that undercurrent of energy and passion and storytelling that, it's just not a fun day out in the sunshine. This is a serious song you're listening to, right? And the acoustic. This is StarVA here. It's an intimate setting here at the Old City Bar, but the acoustics just filled the space, and you can see the audience just leaning in to get just a little bit more. It was just a wonderful experience for me. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Julia Woodard. When we return, we'll introduce you to our final act of the night. So don't go away. We're here on StarVA.
This portion of StarVA is brought to you by Cultivate Wellness in the village of Midlothian and Culture with 4 retail locations throughout Virginia.
There are remarkable transformational ways that CBD from the hemp plant infused in oils, local honey, chocolate, tea, even pet treats can tone your skin, relieve pain, calm your mind, and help bring your life into balance. Cultivate Wellness in the village of Midlothian.
Fresh from his around-the-world travel, literally circling the globe, Steve inspires others to recognize the value of travel. This travel consultant makes getting out of your comfort zone comfortable.
Promotional consideration for StarVA prizes and services is provided by the following. On-set catering provided by White House Catering. For any occasion where attention to detail matters, trust your event needs to the professional staff at Dave Napier's White House Catering. Recording Studio Session Prize by Sound of Music Recording Studios, serving recording artists in Richmond and around the world.
The widest array of smoke and vaping accessories from leading makers, from pipes to pendants, incense to unique blown glass items. 4 locations throughout our VA help make culture a way of life.
Welcome back to StarVA. Our third guest is a multi-instrumentalist who likes guitar the best. We caught up with him right before the show.
So I see you have an interesting way of combining music.
Yeah, I don't care about genres. I just care about making a song that just hits people. Doesn't matter if it has some twang with a hip-hop backbeat or some crazy feedback, taking it back to like retro 60s with some cool backbeat though. But yeah, I don't care about genres. That's it. I just want to get it done. And it's a song about my girl. It's a real super duper song. It has all the elements that make a song awesome. And I'm going to play that tonight.
Performing his original song, Before I Wake, here is Vinnie Vola.
Say that dreams are made of everything that you are.
So I guess I'm good as I fade away with the taste of you on my lips. I'm a dust from stars and groups from moons in my view. Just confirm my love. I don't wanna wake, but I know when I do, I've got you just for me. So if I die before I wake, give me all the love I can take. And heaven needs no introduction, 'cause the smile that's on my face and the counting sheep are so passé when compared to a kiss from you. And the fairy tales lose their merit when you say I'm in love with you. I'm living a dream, so why should I sleep at home? $1 million phrase. I ain't got the answer, but I've got you. I've got you just for me. So if I die before I wake, give me all the love I can take. And heaven needs no introduction, 'cause the smile that's on my face, the sun can never shine again, and I'd be happy in your arms, girl, in your arms. The world could be at war, and I don't mind as long as we can make love one more time. I said one more time. If I die before I wake, if I die before I wake, if I die before I wake, give me all the love I can take. I'm living a dream, girl. I'm living a dream, girl.
Vinny Vola, ladies and gentlemen, Vinny Vola. When I saw you break that axe out, I knew I was going to enjoy the performance. Thank you very much. That was excellent. Well, now let's see what our judges think. First, John Moran.
Vinny, thanks for coming, man. You're obviously a super strong guitar player, and I could see how the song and the guitar part kind of were sort of one and the same. It's like it was sort of a bounce up and down the neck, and a lot of jazz influences, a little bit of blues. Got a cool hook to it. Everybody can relate to that, right? To the theme of this song. I thought it was cool. Guitar sounds good. You got a good flow to the way that it came out, and you got a good stage presence. I thought it was great.
Thank you.
Pierre Redding.
Yeah, you hit on a lot of points that I was thinking about. Great stage presence. You really engaged the audience, which is great. You looked like you were having fun while you were doing it, and which is good. That's the main thing. And great chords, great usage of the chords. I was watching where your hands were, and really dug the sound there. So that's really good, very good.
And J.R. Mercante.
This definitely a different sound that we've heard in StarVA yet, you know. So that was really interesting. You know, it's the good humor of it, the excitement, the energy. It was infectious. You said he was having a good time. He was pulling a caper out there. He was a rascal. He was loving life. And I think and it really showed. You're just enjoying every minute of it. And of course, technically, it was excellent. And the blues and jazz influences were great. Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll find out who the winner was of StarVA for this episode. So please stay with us.
StarVA has been brought to you by Cultivate Wellness and Culture and Licking Hole Creek Craft Brewery.
Licking Hole Creek downtown Shockoe Bottoms tasting room, much like you would have a relaxing time at home, except for you're going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of people. If you're looking for a normal beer, you're looking in the wrong place. We do something crazy, we do something wild. It is never average.
Promotional consideration for StarVA prizes and services is provided by the following. Show awards provided by Crown Trophy of Richmond, the locally owned, nationally known supplier of all types of recognition awards. Find them at crowntrophy.com. On-set hairstyling and makeup by Becky Serbrook at Shelter Salon. From cut to color, let the stylists at Shelter Salon show you your best you.
There are remarkable transformational ways that CBD from the hemp plant, infused in oils, local honey, chocolate, tea, even pet treats, can tone your skin, relieve pain, calm your mind, and help bring your life into balance. Cultivate wellness in the village of Midlothian.
Welcome back to StarVA, and this is the time that we're all waiting for. That is when we find out who won. And tonight, it was a very difficult job for the judges, I have to tell you. In some of the closest voting that we've seen yet on this program, by 1 point. The winner of StarVA is Vinny Vola. Let's hear it for Vinny. Come on out, man. Congratulations, man. And there is your plaque. You are now in the semifinals of StarVA. Sometime out there in the future, sometime in the next 8 weeks or so, there will be a program, a semifinal program, and Vinny is going to be on one of those programs. So thank you very much. We had a great time. And thank you all for coming out here tonight, and you at home, of course, for tuning in to StarVA. Good night, everybody.
StarVA has been brought to you by Cultivate Wellness and Culture and Licking Hole Creek Craft Brewery. Thanks for watching StarVA, Virginia's talent showcase. Remember, only you can determine who gets a second chance and a shot at the semifinals. You have 1 week from right now to cast your vote for your favorite performer from this show and keep them in the competition. Go to starva.media. Scroll to the Vote Now tab and cast a ballot for your favorite performer. The top 3 vote getters will compete in the Audience Choice Round, with the winner moving on to the semifinals. You get 1 vote per performer per day. So good luck from StarVA. StarVA is a production of Rogers Visual Radio Media, LLC. This is Scott Palmer speaking.